And now I want to ask you, at what point do you break? At what point do you give in to the mark? At what point do you get so hungry, your flesh is begging you for this mark? Your flesh is like, I want food. Your flesh is, I want... Hello everyone, and today I just want to speak about the end times and something that God has been placing on my heart a lot lately, speaking to me about a lot lately, and that is the end times and you know, how the world's looking, what's going, and you know, when we look at the world, I think anyone can say, even the atheists, even the unbelievers, anyone can say that stuff is going down. We're going into a place, and you can see that we're in a convergence where everything is coming together for the sake of the end. And what I mean by that is we have rumors of wars, disasters, all these things going on on a biblical proportions, and I don't think all of us realize how biblical proportionate this is getting. But I'm not going to speak about that today, really. What I want to speak about is the reality of what it's going to mean to live in that time. See, when one day there's going to be a government that's going to knock on your door, and they're going to tell you, as written in the book of Revelation, they're going to tell you, listen, you need to take this mark. And this mark is going to enable you to buy and sell. And if you don't take this mark, you won't be able to buy and sell. So you need to take this mark. That's what they're going to sell you. It's going to be innocent. It's going to look lovely. It's going to look convenient as well. And what's going to happen is millions of people are going to take this mark. But what the other thing that's going to happen is many Christians are going to say, no, I don't want this mark, because they know about the mark of the beast. And that's a good thing, right? But now what happens is 1 week goes by and you haven't bought anything. 2 weeks goes by, you haven't bought anything, and we're smuggling the food under the table, and we're getting it in the black market, and all these things, and 3 weeks goes by, and we're eating breadcrumbs, man. We don't get our sweets anymore. We don't get our TV anymore. We can't watch TV anymore. We can't pay for that anymore. We can't pay for anything anymore. Everything gets shut down. We can't pay for fuel. A month goes by, 2 months goes by, 3 months goes by, 6 months goes by, and you're getting really hungry, and you're getting really frustrated. And now I want to ask you, at what point do you break? At what point do you give in to the mark? At what point do you get so hungry, your flesh is begging you for this mark? Your flesh is like, I want food. Your flesh is, I want to buy, I want to sell, I want to be like all these people with the mark. I want to be like them. And your flesh is asking you to do that, but you're like, no. And then at what point will you break and obey your flesh and say, you know what, let me just get the mark, because maybe what God said in Revelation, He didn't really mean it. You know, just as in Genesis and Adam and Eve, Satan said, did God really mean that if you ate of this, that would happen? Did He really mean it? You know, and then the same lie is going to come. Did God really mean what He said in Revelation about the mark of the beast? You know, and many Christians, man, most of Christianity, a great falling away will occur where most of Christianity will take this mark sooner or later. And later, there's going to be a remnant, and they're going to start knocking on doors, and they're going to start crucifying people who do not take this mark. They're going to start killing people because they are up in opposition to this system, to this utopia which they are creating. And they're going to knock on your door, and they're going to crucify you. They're going to attach you to cars and drag you through the streets. And that's going to happen. That's going to be a reality of the end times. We will face tribulation, because every single disciple, all the disciples except for one, were martyred for their faith. They were crucified and killed. And in the Revelation, there's going to come a time where it's going to be the greatest revelation of violence and persecution of Christians the world has ever seen. And now we think that, we don't need to die to ourselves. We can be lukewarm. Man, if you're not willing to get on a cross, if you are not ready to get on a cross when that time comes, you are going to deny the Father, just like Peter did. And Peter was a great man of God. He had a lot more faith than many of us, and even him denied God in the face of persecution. How many of us is going to deny God when they say, listen, deny your father or I kill your daughter? Deny God or I kill your son? How many of us would say, oh, I'm not denying God no matter what you do? How many of us would Jesus said, pick up your cross and follow me. If you're not willing to die and deny your mother, father, brother, sister, you're not worthy to be my disciple. How many of us would do that? So friend, I want to ask you, I don't know if I'm ready, but I want to ask you that when you prepare yourself now in this time, right now, for that mark, when they knock on your door on that day and they implement the mark, I want you to be ready. I want you to say, you are not giving me any mark, because my Father is all that matters. You get to that place, friend. Now is the time. Now is the training period. Now on this earth, right now in this period, is the time to get ready. Do not be part of this great falling away, friend. Do not be part, because it's coming. It is coming. And if you bow to this world, to the fear of this world, to this culture, you will bow to that mark as well. And if you bow to that mark, you will be thrown into the lake of fire along with Satan and the rest of this world. Do not bow to that mark. There's going to be a time where this video isn't going to be legal anymore. There's going to come a time where Christianity is going to be a thing that's going to be done in secret. It's going to become a secret gathering. That time is coming. And we're already seeing a form of that happening in many countries all over the world. We have over 150,000 Christians who are martyred right now, every year, in modern society, in this life, right now. And we think that we're far away. Friend, it's coming. And it's coming to Western culture. It's already happening in other cultures. It's coming to Western culture. So I want to ask you, are you ready? I don't know how long it's going to take. I don't know if it's going to be in my life or my children's life, but it's coming. Get ready and get right with God today. Do not be lukewarm, because if you are lukewarm, you will not stand a chance when they knock on your door on that day, or when you start getting hungry. So I would like you to audit yourself and ask the Father, Father, am I ready? Father, prepare me to be crucified for you. Prepare me and I pray that none of us get crucified. I pray that. But the fact is that there will be people who will die. There will be Christians who will die. And Revelation speaks about how those Christians who were martyred for their faith in the end times will be raised from their graves. So there will be people who die. So do not be one of the people who don't die because you love your kingdom too much, or you love this world too much, or you love your son or daughter too much. This is hard, man. This is hard, but this is the reality we need to face, so we need to stop talking about this so we can get ready. Alright, so may God bless you, and may He bless you with immense faith, and may He bless us with belief, and help us to kill our fears. Alright, so cool. May God bless you and keep you. Have an amazing week, and yeah, just seek His face, man. Give your time to Him, and He's going to exalt you. Cool. So I'll see you guys later. Subscribe to this YouTube channel if this blessed you. Like this video. But yeah, cool. Have an amazing day.